Yeah. Hello, everybody. Um, Good evening. This is Ramya here. I'll quickly introduce myself. Like, I have around 6+ years of working experience, and all my experience is mostly with automation, and that too, especially with the Tricentis Tosca tool. I started working on this tool from 2014 onwards, and yeah, with this and looking at all the upgradations that happened and all. Yeah, so basically I have experience in desktop application automation, mainframes automation, API automation, and web applications automation, database automation and all. So currently, as part of the training that we are offering you here, we will be teaching you the normal web application automation, database, APIs. Desktop is also very much similar to the web application. There is something that is different, which we will be teaching you that as well. So, and all the course content, whatever we are going to teach you, the course content is present on our website, that is toscatrainings.com. So here you can look at what are the things that we are going to teach you and all, and you can go through the content of this course. Classes are going to start from Monday, and the timings would be in the morning, 7 a.m. for you. Okay. And this is the website that we are going to use in order to progress through the course. So like most of the times we will be automating this website. Sometimes we may go beyond this website, go to some Amazon sites and all as well, and some Angular applications and all, if we need some stuff from there. But most of the times we stuck to this because this is the site that is given by the Tricentis team. Same time for the database and for the APIs, I have some examples with me, and I'll welcome like if you have some examples with you as well, like we can use that stuff too. Okay. So coming to the Tosca automation. This is the tool, how it looks like. This is the main GUI application that we will be working. This is the Tosca tool that we will be working. So usually let's talk about automation testing. So what is this automation testing? What we basically do in automation testing is, first of all, what is testing? Testing is nothing but you just want to ensure whatever the software product that you have developed is meeting your business requirements and all. Like whatever the client has asked you, did you develop the same product? Everything is working fine or not is what we usually test. So coming to the software testing, most of the times it would be some web application or desktop application and or mobile applications and all. So we can automate all this sort of different applications by using Tosca also. We have other automation tools also which do the same, such as Selenium and all. But the main benefit why we go for Tosca is it has zero programming in it. Again, you may need to learn programming if you want to go for the high-end type. Like you want to customize the things and all, then you may need to go for the programming. But in order to use the tool and in order to do the basic automations and all, like whatever I have my experience is into, I never went for the coding parts and all. So you can do it without knowing the programming knowledge. And this is not some open source tool, but we are getting the training license from the Tricentis team. The steps how to get the training license and what is that you have to do once your license is over and how do you get that again. All these things we will discuss in our first class. Okay, and the tool software and all are available on the website, and we will also be sharing you the same, so you can download and install on your computer and start practicing. And coming to this automation testing, like this is no way different from the manual testing. So whatever you do in the manual testing, like for suppose if I ask you to verify the registration functionality of some site. What do you guys usually do? Just open that particular site, go and see where that register button is, and then just click on it and just fill out this form and say register and see whether you are able to register or not. That is what we do as a manual tester. The same thing we do using automation testing also, but instead of us clicking on the button and filling out all these forms, we need a machine to do all these things. That is what is meant by automation testing. So even when you are working with Tosca, just do the exact things whenever you are creating your test cases, whenever you are building them up and all. Just think, okay, as a human being, what do I do? Okay, first now I click on this button. Okay, so also my first step from automation would be clicking on this button, and then I will fill out all these details. So my next step would be filling out all these details. So the same thing you have to say to the machine. The sequence of the steps is exactly the same that you do as a human being, but in the place of a human being, you will get a machine over there. That is the only difference. Now, when I ask you to go to any web page, let it be any web page, what are the different types of controls you see on these web pages and all? We will see some radio buttons, we will see some drop downs, we will see some normal click buttons, we'll see text boxes where we can type something and all. These are the different controls that are present in the web pages. Basically, you'll have two types of controls in any web page. Okay, the first type of control is called as the visible control. And we also have invisible controls in web pages. What are the,
Your audio is too low. Please check the audio, please.
is it the same with everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, just give me one moment.
Your voice is okay. I can
Yeah, I
easily
can also.
hear.
Yes.
Yeah, voice.
Yeah, I can also hear.
Your voice is clear, ma'am.
Okay, just give me one moment. Let me try to connect my headset again. Anyways, okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear.
Yes.
Yeah. I hope it is clear to everybody. Okay, let us continue. So basically, if you take any sort of website, what happens is you will see two types of controls. Any sort of web page or any sort of desktop application, let it be any software application, you will see two types of controls in it. These controls, you can call them as elements or controls or objects. So some people like to call them as elements, some people like to call them as objects, some people like to call them as elements. Anything, it is fine. Okay, so all these are categorized into two types, like whatever you can see with your naked eyes and whatever you cannot see but still exist on the web page. So how do we know this is? Usually we can see controls such as drop downs, text boxes, radio buttons, and tables, or else you'll have some combo boxes, check boxes that you can just select and all. So all these are the different types for those. Visible controls means we are able to see them clearly. Along with this, we have invisible. So how do you know that you have an invisible control on this web page? Because you can't see it, right? So in order to know that, all that you do is just click on the F12 button. Okay, so this will open something like this over here. This is called as this elements tab will have this. This is nothing but the DOM structure of this web page. What is this DOM structure? Why do we need this DOM structure? This DOM structure is nothing but the HTML code of this. Means this will tell you which button has to be placed in which place and what are the properties of these controls. All this, like this entire page code is present over here. Okay, like for suppose if you take this page has a title of demo web shop. See here in the header part, you can see title, that is demo web shop. For example, if you want to change it, now I want to change it to Tosca trainings. See, if I change it over here, see, it has reflected here immediately. But when you refresh this page, again it will go back to the previous properties. So you can play around with them as well. Okay, so this is basically the DOM structure. And if you see this DOM structure, see there are different names over here, like head, title, body, and in the body you have something called div, and sometimes you may see something called span or UL. So different things are what you usually notice. So all these, whatever you are seeing here, this div, span, tags and all, right? These are called as the invisible controls. But most of the time we will be working on the visible controls. Okay, so these are something that good to know. So why do we need to know this DOM structure? What are we going to do with this? We won't do anything. Don't worry. You need not understand all these div controls and all also. This is the one that Tosca uses in order to identify the elements. Like it also keeps on loading this DOM structure into it. Okay, we will see how does that happen and all. So first suppose now I want to test the registration functionality. So what is my first step? I just go to this register button and click on this particular button. So here, when I say going to this button and clicking on it, it is again categorizing it into two things. One is first, the machine has to know on which button it has to go and click on. Second is after reaching out to that particular control or element, what is the operation that it has to do? In our case, it is nothing but clicking on it. For suppose I want to enter something into this text box over here. So what should I say, machine? Machine, first, this is the text box that I need to work upon. So what it starts working is, okay, let me find out where the text box is. Okay, I got the text box now. Okay, what is the action that I need to do on this? I need to type something. So it will start typing that in here. That is how the machine decodes our things. So these two phases, whatever, like first identifying the controls and second is doing the work that we asked it to do. These are the two important phases we have. The first phase is nothing but identification. That is nothing but identifying your control. There are so many buttons in this web page. For suppose if you see this register, this login, shopping cart, wish list. All four are the similar type of controls. They all look similar, right? So how does a machine understand that it has to go to only register control? It should not click on the remaining. I want it to click specifically on the register control. So the machine should understand. So in order to make machine understand that this is my control, I'll be using the properties of this control, which I see in the DOM structure. That is where the linkage happens. So if you right click on any control and say inspect, it will open the DOM structure of it. And see, this register has these properties. It has something called class and the value of that class is ICO-register. And it has something here that is register. If there is some text in this way, we call it as inner text. Okay, that's okay. So, and it is present in a tag called A, and it has some other property like href/register. Okay, this is something which we can see over here. Now, let's start identifying the same control by using the Tosca tool and see how it reads its properties. Okay, So in order to do this identification phase, whatever we are talking, identifying the elements and all, we usually do it in a module section of Tosca. What is this module section? What is the name module meant? Don't just dig out the meanings and all. The terminology that we use in this tool is bit different. And when you start practicing, you will get used to this terminology. Okay. And there is something which is very easy for you and which I'm going to help you all out with is these sections. These are the different sections we have. See, modules, test cases, requirements, test case design, execution, issues. Okay, all these sections have different colors with them. See, this is in orange, blue, yellow, red, green. Okay, so if you don't know the names initially, what you can do is like you can say orange section, blue section, yellow section. That is valid across global. Okay, like everybody knows that. If you say like I work in Tosca and I work most of my time with yellow section, that is nothing but you are going to work, you are working currently on requirement section. Okay, anybody who knows Tosca can understand the color coding. So we have different colors for different sections. So this is the section where we usually do our identifications and all. So now let's see, how do we identify these and all? So first I'm just creating one folder. So I want a folder underneath this one. So I'll click on the parent and I'll simply say create folder. So it creates a folder under it. I'll just name it as demo. And now I want to work, I want to store all my work in the demo. I don't want to disturb other folders. So now in order to identify any element, all that you need to do is first you need to scan the particular application that you are working. So how do we do this scan is click on your folder and see there is a scan option. Just click on this scan. It asks you what is that you want to scan. Do you want to scan application or do you want to scan some API, mobile applications, PDF, or if you want to some Salesforce applications, legacy application, file scan or WebDriver. So among this, we just click on the application. If you're working on web application or desktop application, you choose the simple application only for it. Now what happens is Tosca will start listing out all the applications that are open on my computer. Currently, if you notice on my taskbar, see I have one Chrome open, I have a OneNote open, I have a sticky notes, I have some Xbox, Tosca Commander, Zoom application open. Okay, so if you see here, see all these applications are listed out over here. This is my sticky notes, this is my Xbox, Zoom application, Chrome application, my OneNote, and this is the Zoom meeting controls. Whatever applications are open on my computer, all the applications are listed out here. Now all that I need to choose is what is the application that I exactly want to work on using Tosca. Using Tosca, I need to work on the Chrome. That is simple. So this is my Chrome. So I just click on this, select this and say scan. That's all. So yeah, see this will load automatically. So this is what it loads. So here now all that you need to say is just to say select on screen and show Tosca what is the control that you want to work upon. There are different ways in this, like telling Tosca that this is the control that I want to work upon also. You have different ways to do that. But here we can go for the simple method for the demo class. So simple thing, select on screen. Now what is the control we want to work on? Register control. So just move your cursor. See, once I mouse over on the register, I'm seeing its name on it in the form of a tooltip. Okay, so just click on this. So this is the control I need to work upon. We are done here. So just deselect this select on screen. And now let us see this. So this is the control that we want to work on. So just click on this. So these properties will be loaded. I'll adjust them so that you can see. See, these are the properties of this particular button. Tosca has automatically loaded all those properties and it has selected the properties that are needed. See, last time if you remember, when we noticed what is the tag that is present? A tag. And it has something called class name. ICO-register. See, the same class name came up over here. And it has some inner text that is register in it. So the same thing came up. It has some href property also mentioned. So the same properties will come up over here. Okay. Along with those basic properties, what are the additional properties that control has will be loaded over here. So all that you need to do is select the property you want. For suppose I want class name. So just select this text checkbox here. If you don't want some property, just deselect it. That's all. This is what we are going to do. We are not going to manually enter any properties and all. We are just choosing the properties over here. That's all. And now this here, if you see, it says the selected item is unique. What do you mean by this unique? Basically, in normal English and all, if you see, when I say unique, what does it mean? That means it is different from others, and this is something totally different and only single piece sort of a thing, right? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yes,
you're
ma'am.
audible.
Yeah,
Yes.
you're audible.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Yeah. So in the same way, when I say a control is unique, that is nothing but this is the only control that is having these properties. Means for suppose if I think in this way, like for suppose I have a web page and I have two controls which are having same properties. And now I give some list of properties to a machine and say, go and click on the control. So again, the machine will get confused, right? Both of them are having same properties. Which one do you want me to click upon? It should not backbones in that way. Machine should clearly understand that this is the properties that I need to look for, and we will be having only one control with these properties, and that is the control that I'm going to work upon. So in order to make sure that your machine is going to the exact control that you want to work on, you should be making sure that your control, when you are identifying, it should be unique. How do you know whether it is unique or not? I'll show you something. For suppose we removed this inner text property. We selected only tag property. See what happened? It says the selected item is not unique. What does it mean is there are multiple controls which are having the tag as A. How do we know? Like now the machine will, like if you finish your work over here and ask machine to go and click on it, so then machine will bounce back with an error saying, I am not able to identify the control because it is there are multiple controls that are found with the similar properties. So that is the reason we have to make sure our control is having unique properties in it. I will tell you how do you handle if it doesn't have unique properties also in the class. Okay. So for now, we are choosing the inner text of this control, and then this control has become unique and we are done now. So simply click on the finish screen and close this window. That's all. So now if you go back to Tosca Commander and see here, see this is called as, this symbol is called as a module. So a module is created and it has our element in it. In this section, we call our elements as attributes. Okay, I'll just type it here. Okay, so this orange color icon is nothing but your module, and whatever the controls that are present, those are called as the attributes that are present in the module. Okay, so now you have all this, and if you click on this, you can see the properties also here once again. Like tag is a, inner text is register. Okay, so we are good with this. Now, what is the next thing that we want to do? The next thing is nothing but we want Tosca to go on, click on this particular control. So that is nothing but the operation phase that we are into. Now we completed our identification phase in the module section. The next is the operation phase. Like you have to tell the machine, this is the operation that you are going to do. So for that, all that you can do is you will be working in the test cases section of Tosca. Okay. So now let's go back to Tosca. This is the test cases section, blue color section you can say. Okay, there are three sections almost. Three has different shades of blue. This is the issues section, and this is also bit blue. This is the test planning section. Okay, but no issues. You can see just blue color section. Now the same way, I want to do all my work in a folder. So just create one folder for yourself. Say it like demo. And now, in order to start working upon, first of all that you need is you need to create a test case. How do you create a test case? Is just this icon, whatever you can see, you can directly click on this, or else you can right click on your folder, and here also you will see a similar icon. You can click on this one also. Okay, or else you have the shortcuts also for you. Control N, Control T. If you mouse over on this, you will usually see the shortcuts options. See here it displays Control N, Control T. If you use those both keys, it will create a test case for you. So this is what is test case. You are just saying what is the name of your test case. For suppose validate registration functionality. That is what I am testing. As part of this test case, my first step is to click on the register button. Okay, don't get confused with test case and test step. Test case is something which you see at a higher level. Step is nothing but what are the sequence of steps you are doing in order to achieve your test case. So now, what is it we need to do? We need to click on this button. So simply drag this module. Just go to module section. Okay, I'll show you once again how to drag it. So just click on it and hold your left hand side mouse button. Simply drag this, come over to this and come here. And once you reach your test case, just leave it here. That's all. It will come underneath it. Okay, so simple. You can simply hold it, drag it and release it once you reach your test case. So now this is my test step. Let us change our name in order to make it more clear. So right click and you have an option called rename. Okay, so this is the icon for the rename. The shortcut for rename is F2, whatever you use in your Windows operations. So what is it we are doing here? Click on register button. So just rename it in the same way. And here, this is the button that I need to work on. So if you click on this value, see, you will see two drop downs here. Choose the first one. See here you have an option, click. Just select it. Okay, it will give you the action modes, data types and all. Don't worry about anything. Okay, we are not going to learn any data types and all in this. Don't worry. So simply select your test case and just say run here. And let us see if it is really going to click on it or not. See, I'll just see. It is running. You can see whether it is running in the down, in the taskbar area, you can see. See, the hand has gone over there and it clicked on the register. And see now, this area will be filled with green color. It is fading. I don't know why. Yeah, see, Now we are done. If you come back here, see this is the scratchbook where I have run my test case. See, it took total 6 seconds. It went and it clicked. Everything is green. That means it has worked properly. I said you, like if you give a non-unique control, then Tosca will not understand. I'll show you that as well. So what I'm doing is I'm just removing this inner text property. So if we have only tag property, last time in the XScan window, what does it say? This is a non-unique control, right? For suppose, now if I scan something in a non-unique way, and if I ask Tosca to go and click on it, what will happen is what we will see now. Okay, I'm running my test case once again for a non-unique control. This time, Tosca should bounce back with an error saying there are multiple controls that are found. Let us see how does it look like. See here you can see a red color symbol, and see if you click on this, more than one control is found in order to perform operation on the action on the register button. This is what will happen if you select a non-unique control. Is it clear? Any questions? Any doubts? Still here?
Ma'am, what is the best way to, like, for example, what is the best way to scan? Like, what are the properties? We will have different things, right?
Yeah,
Like, for
we will
example,
discuss
properties.
about them during the class. Most of the times we usually choose the inner text and all, but it is not that easy. Sometimes you may not see any properties also, such as inner text and all. So how do you handle those type of scenarios and all also we will be discussing in the class.
Okay, ma'am. And ma'am, will you share the syllabus?
Yeah, you can just go to our site toscatrainings.com and you will get all the syllabus in here.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Yeah.
Okay, you can just go to this site. I'll just ping you this again. Yeah. Any other questions? Any doubts? I'm here to answer them.
I mean, Tosca, there is no right test cases as per similar to the manual testing.
Yeah. For suppose if you say, okay, I think you have experience in manual testing. So can
Yes,
you
madam.
say me any example of any one test case here? Like for suppose login function.
Okay.
Yeah. So here what we do is whatever test case that you are writing, you will give the same name to the test case. Okay. You cannot write something such as in Excel and all because this is an automation tool. So the name is nothing but your manual test case name. These are your test step names.
Okay.
And this is your folder structure. I think, do you know ALM?
No, madam.
HPALM. Okay. Most of the people, like in the older days and all also, we used to maintain our test cases in HPALM and all.
Okay, madam.
So those things also what we do is we maintain some folder structure. Like this is the project team. So all the test cases related to this project will come and sit under this folder. And this is the sprint of the user story. And this is the user story. So under this, we will be maintaining these test cases. So this folder structure is something you have to maintain. That's all.
Madam, as per Tosca engineer, we no need to write test cases. Is it right, madam?
Yes, we will not write anything. We will pick up the manual test cases and we will automate them.
Okay. Thank you.
Ma'am, how to do the mapping for the step level? For example, manual step number 5. I want to after development in Tosca, right? How to map that?
Yeah, for suppose if you have your Jira and all connected to your tool, so then you will be mapping them. For suppose if I do, usually there is something called requirements also, but most of the companies don't use this section. But if you have something in this requirements and all, yeah, we can create some sort of mapping. I'm just showing you as an example. For suppose this test case, whatever I have created, this is coming under so and so user story. Think like that. This requirement is nothing but this user story. So see, when I simply drag and drop on this, automatically it will be mapped here. And I can also check, like, for suppose this test case, I am in the, like, it has some work states and all, which we will discuss in the class. For suppose I completed this, like my test case has been completed. So now it gets updated over here also. Okay, like simply we have to update the outdated values, and then see, this is 100% completed now, but it is not executed yet. That is the reason why you have this 100% in the grayed out area. Like you cannot see any color. You have to execute in this area. So then this area also will be filled out here. So I will discuss all this, like how do you map and all also. But if you have Tosca integrated with Jira and all, automatically you will get some other additional properties which you can fill out.
Okay, ma'am. Other than the Jira and the requirements, like, do we have any unique numbers for each step in Tosca?
You have it. See here in the properties, you have something called unique ID.
Yeah. So this can map with
Yes, sir.
Sorry,
this
can
can
you
map
unmute,
this, right?
sorry, can you unmute yourself? I'm sorry, I have to mute everybody.
So this one I can map it with the manual test case, right? This unique ID.
Yeah, you can do it, or else you can pick the node path also.
Okay, ma'am. Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah.
Will you cover the Azure pipeline also, ma'am, in this session?
No, actually, we don't do all the Azure pipeline things and all. We will be working mostly on the Tosca. I'll help you with the articles. Like these are some, you can get all the information. I'll tell you how to get that.
Sure, sure.
So Tosca Query Language is also the part of the course?
No, sorry. We are not going to talk about Tosca Query Language.
Okay, but I think it is used in Tosca to automate the application.
It is used, but not to automate the application.
Okay.
I'll show you an example. For suppose, if I want to see like how many test cases did I use this module and all, I have two approaches to use that, to check that. One is through the GUI, one is through the Tosca Query Language. So simple. If you click on this search all usages, see, you'll get the Tosca Query Language statement automatically. If you need something to modify in this, then you need to learn the Tosca Query Language. But I don't want to modify anything here. I'll just use the query which Tosca has given me. And this is the only place where I have used it. I got it. So that is the reason. This is an add-on to your option. Like you have an add-on option of that to learn, but that is not mandatory to learn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I'm from non-IT. So
Okay.
it is use it for me. I don't know about the software and everything. So I'm new to this field.
So see, there are many non-IT peoples in this class, I believe. So what I suggest to everybody is, first, you guys have to understand what testing is and what is a manual, what do they do in manual testing. These things, like it will not take you more than 2-3 hours of time. You just need to go to YouTube and see what is actual testing is, what is manual testing, what do they mean by test cases, what do they mean by test steps and all. So then you can quickly pace up with this. Only the basic manual testing knowledge is required. That's all, nothing else.
Ma'am, here one more doubt, ma'am. For example, as you said, right, there are many non-IT people, right? So, but during the session, they won't understand it. They want to see the recordings again and again. So, will you provide the recording on daily basis?
After the end of class every day, we will share you the recording. We will in the initial days we will be sharing the notes as well, like if there is some important stuff and all. Along with this, we have something called common drive, where we will give you all the softwares and all the URLs that we are using across the course and all. And we will also help you with the certifications at the end of the course.
Okay, certifications means like what are the
Like
certifications are there?
we will be helping you with the 7 certifications. Okay, like we have some certifications which you want to complete from the Tricentis Tosca side, so that it will say people that you are certified. You can show them globally. Okay, so we'll be helping you to complete them, and they will be free of cost. And whatever help we do, that is already included in your course fee. You need not pay anything extra.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Yeah. If you share the recordings, right, it will be useful
Yeah.
for
And you can
recollect.
download the recordings also. And we request everybody, we give you the download access unlike other trainers, and we request everybody to not to share them, but again it's up to you guys.
Yeah, so my Ganesh here. So
Yeah.
first of all, thanks for the demo. It was very informative. So just one question here. So how much is the course duration and what are the daily timings? Monday to Friday or is it full days?
Yeah, it is Monday to Friday actually. And the course duration would be like almost 35 days is what I believe. Okay. And it would be from morning 7 a.m. to 8 a.m.
Okay, daily 1 hour. So Monday to
Daily 1
Friday.
hour. Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes if everybody is convenient, we can connect during, we can connect or we can have some extended sections so that we can progress more.
And what is
If
the fee
everybody
structure
is
for this course?
convenient.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks.
And what is the
Excuse
fee
me, madam.
See, people, you can mute yourself.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah.
What is the fee structure for this course?
You can discuss with the person whoever gave you this link. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Madam, excuse me. One more question. Hello.
Yes.
After completing every day of the class, how can we practice, madam, for using these tools, or we have to practice any other tools?
The same tool, whatever you require to practice and all, we will provide you that.
But in British, I searched in Google about Tosca, but it's asking that registration will be some charge like that. Is it true?
No, nothing. We'll help you with the license and all. Don't worry. We will give you the basic license, whatever you need for practice and all. And we will also help you in order to extend your license. Like once your license expires and you want to practice, what is that you need to do? All those things we will take care.
Okay.
And what are the other technologies which we need to learn alongside with Tosca?
See, along with Tosca, all you need is basic manual testing knowledge. And you need to know what is agile process, what do we do in this and all, and basic database queries. If you are placing database testing also in your resume, and basic API testing knowledge. Okay, like a very little hands-on. These things you can get it from the YouTube itself, and like you can complete them within 2 to 3 days. That's all. It won't take much time.
Madam, there is no need to Jira tool.
Yeah, that's what, when you are
Knowledge.
learning this agile process and all, right? Obviously,
Okay.
you will know what is Jira.
Okay.
These are again tools. For suppose you are from non-IT and now you are switching into some IT career, and now you saw Jira in your you learned about Jira, and after getting into the office and all, they ask you to work on Azure DevOps instead of Jira. You can say them, I have experience on Jira. I'm new to Azure DevOps. Can you help me with this? They are ready to teach you. It will take half an hour for them to teach you the things if you know the basic Agile thing.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, ma'am. Suppose now you have just said that when we are just clicking on the registration page. So while registering, if we are getting any bug, then how this software will help us to just recognize that, and how it will be easy for you to raise the, whether we are using any API for the bug raising tool for the software or any other way.
Yeah, I'll tell you. So see, one thing is we can maintain our bugs within the same tool, okay, which most of the people do. And if you're not going to maintain your bug in here, so then you will be creating a bug in the Jira or whatever tool that you are using. Okay, and how do you know that you have a bug is whenever you run your test case, for suppose your test case is supposed to pass. That is what you meant by, right? If even in the manual test case also. But when you execute it and it is failing at certain step, we will obviously go to that particular step and we will see what is that has happened. So that will tell you like what is the fault in your application. So we can also take screenshots with you by using this tool, which we will discuss during the class. So you can include the same screenshot, whatever you captured in your Tosca as well.
Okay.
Okay, and you can either create a defect within this tool, or else you can just mention the same unique ID or the node path, and you can tag it to the bug which you have created in the Jira.
Okay, my second question was related to the opportunity, because many industries are still going with the Selenium and means with Java, and how this Tosca will be more, means more opportunities will be there. You can just share me.
Currently, we are having lots of opportunities with Tosca. So what I suggest you is just go to Google by yourself and say Tosca jobs. Okay, near me. So I'm currently in Canada. So you can just say in India. Okay. So you will get the list of opportunities that are present. So you can see like whether do you qualify for this, like you can just filter it out. Like I'm having so-and-so experience, I'm having so-and-so. If you ask me when I came here, like I was doing the same here also. Like I just typed Tosca jobs in Canada and I was looking like, do I have options? Can I enhance my career and all? Yes, I got lots of opportunities here too. Okay. So in that way you can just do it by yourself by saying near me and you can just filter it out.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Is experience needed in this field, or as a fresher is enough?
This tool doesn't support like if you are a fresher. I'm sorry for that.
The fake experience people can also survive in this tool.
They did.
Madam, the fake experience people are also surviving.
I have lots of students in the similar one. Yeah, they did survive.
Madam, you can do mobile testing with the Tosca.
Yes, we can do, but we are not going to cover that in our syllabus because I don't have any experience in that, so I'm not good in teaching that.
Okay, but you can do the mobile testing.
Yeah, but we can do that.
Okay. And also SAP application also you can show in the course.
Sorry?
You can show the SAP testing, SAP application testing.
Yes, SAP also we can do. Again, the same. I don't have experience in SAP applications personally, so I'm not a good person to teach you those if you are looking for that.
So, ma'am, you will be training us in Tosca, right?
Yeah, I'm good with Tosca. I worked on normal Angular applications, .NET applications, and all this stuff. So I'll be teaching you web applications, desktop. We will see an example of legacy application too by using the command prompt and all. So yeah, whatever I know, I'll teach you those database, API and all. These SAP, these mobile applications, these are like add-ons. For suppose some people will be purely into mobile testing. So those people need to learn mobile application automation by using Tosca in order to place the projects in their resume. So for that reason, they need to look for some other options. SAP also the same way. If you are into SAP domain from beginning of your career, then again it is different. For suppose what some people do, like I taught couple of SAP students also. What they did is they mentioned their experience. Like this is like a foundation, you can say. If you want SAP, if you want to learn SAP and all, first you need to learn this foundation. Whatever web applications at desktop that you are doing, this is like a foundation. Okay, so adding to this, you need to learn some more for SAP. That whatever some more that you need to learn, I can show you the direction for that. That is what I can do.
Hello. Yeah,
Yes.
ma'am, you said about the certification. Means
Yes.
you can just explain what is the certification and why it is required.
Certifications are something like, it is something like you are a Tosca certified professional. Like you are you are good with Tosca. This is something that shows your knowledge in across the tool and all. That is the reason people ask for Tosca certified professionals, and especially when they are hiring, they always hire the certified professionals only. Basic
Okay.
two certifications are required. Okay, basically two are required, but now like they are offering lots of certifications for free of cost. You have more than 10 certifications for free. We will help you with 7.
And who is providing these
Course,
certification, miss?
Tricentis Tosca will be providing those, not us.
Okay, no.
They are the official certificates.
Okay.
And
Ma'am,
you
can
need not pay for them.
Ma'am, can you share a sample certificate on this chat?
I don't know. Let
I mean,
me
just you can show how that certificate is. Means
let me just see if I have anything.
Ma'am, one more thing, you will teach web application and also database, right? And also mainframe.
Not mainframes, it is API.
Okay, okay.
I can't get mainframes application on my computer. I'll see if I
No,
have.
for Tosca license, need any business mail or it's enough with personal mail ID?
Yeah, I think you can see this, right? Usually when we move into new projects and all, usually they ask us to complete all this once again, like every time they ask us to do. So this is something. So and so person has successfully completed the training curriculum of so and so certificate on this particular date, and some signs and all this will come up.
So, ma'am, here level 2 means Tosca training or something else?
This is the Tricentis Tosca certifications. Like there are different certifications. Here it is automation specialist, right? In the same way, you will have database, you will have API certifications, you will have automation engineer certifications, different things.
So what is the system configuration needed, ma'am, for learning Tosca and
You should have minimum 8 GB RAM. It's okay if you have 4 GB RAM also, but it would be super slow and you don't feel like working. So I recommend 8 GB RAM, and you should have Windows 10 or Windows 10 machine with you, and you need to have some .NET framework in it. If you don't have it, usually we cannot install Tosca, and then you have to just do the OS of your machine once again. That's all.
Madam, just one question here regarding the certification. There won't be any expiration date, right?
No expiry date.
No expiry date. Okay.
Yeah.
Does Tosca support Mac operating system?
No, sorry.
Okay, and after completion of this, after completion of this training, are you provide any support? Let's say after 40-50 days, I have some doubt. So
Yeah, you can contact me.
okay.
Yeah.
Ma'am, when will you start the certification class, ma'am?
Certification will be at the end of the course. Because first you need to learn, right? Only then you can appear for the examination.
Yeah, correct.
Ma'am, is any placement assistance also available, or only it's a course training?
Sorry, this is all like I'm involved all about the trainings. Okay, I'm nobody to talk about the placement assistance and all.
Okay, okay.
Ma'am, and one more thing, how many years of minimum experience to pick up the profile?
Minimum they need 3 years of experience.
And I have small doubt, and we have done all the certification, 7 certification in 1 month. Can the interviewer ask us like why you did all the certification in 1 month?
See, it again depends on the way you answer to them. Usually what we do is like whenever we move from one company to another or sometime like that, we use our business email IDs to register with the Tosca portal. Okay. So what we say is like, yeah, I'm looking for a new opportunity. That's why I thought like I should complete all these certifications and download them to get them handy. So even though I completed them with my official email ID earlier, I lost my access to that. That is the reason I created another email ID and I did my certifications again because I'm looking for new opportunities. That's all.
So, ma'am, I don't have any official email ID. So, how can I link to Tosca?
No problem. You can use your personal email IDs also. Once you get into any new company and all, you can again do the same by using your official email IDs.
Okay.
One person can have any
mentioned-
email IDs with Tosca. That's not a problem.
You mentioned it's not an open source website. Okay, so should we pay for the Tosca
No.
license or what?
No, actually for the like you will get a trial license which is very much similar to your office license. There is no much difference here. Okay, and this trial license is very good. So you will have the exact things whatever you get for in your office and all. So it will be valid for 8 weeks of period, if I'm not wrong, mostly. So for the 8 weeks, you will have one license. After 8 weeks, again, you have to register with new email ID. Again, you have to request for a license and you will get a trial license again. So then you have to use the new set of credentials in the Tosca tool.
Ma'am, one doubt, ma'am, will this support this government provided laptop? Because I have that one currently with me. So will it support?
I don't know that, like what is the configuration and all. I am not.
Yeah, got it. So yeah, I will check the basic requirement and I will compare with my laptop. And
Yes. See, you should have Windows 10 OS with you. Okay, if you don't have OS, it is not much deal if you are staying in any of the metropolitan cities and all. I think even now the small cities are having this OS stuff and all good. So you can just get it done. It won't cost you more than 500 also for getting the OS thing. You should have 8 GB RAM. Okay, for that you may need to pay something if you don't have it on your computer. And when you are getting your OS done, make sure you are getting Windows 10 OS. That's all. And you should have a processor, minimum processor, not some dual processor and all. So you can talk to us personally whether this one would work or not. That's okay.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Fine. And .NET, you said something about .NET also, right? .NET framework.
Yeah, usually if you need like if you are very much unsure whether your laptop supports Tosca or not, you can contact us. We will give you the software. There is no much deal in giving the software. So you can download it. It will be more than 1 GB. So just have proper network, download and try to install it on your laptop and see if it supports or not. If it supports, then good. You already completed your software installation step.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, I'm clear, ma'am.
So, ma'am.
Yes.
So, ma'am, how to stay linked with you, like through mail or social media or something else?
Through like, how did you get this class invitation? The same way.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, hi, ma'am. It's 4 GB RAM is sufficient for work.
4 GB, it is too slow.
4 GB is too slow.
Yeah, you can install it and all, but it takes a lot of time for you.
Okay.
Like, you can see that your system is hanging.
Okay.
Yeah, ma'am. We have just currently one batch at 7 to 8. Whether weekend batches are there or any.
No, only one batch, 7 to 8 in the morning.
Okay.
Is it suggested to like for a fresher to join this course, or should we be
I don't
experienced?
recommend freshers to join here.
Okay.
Minimum 3 years of experience is what industry is looking currently in India.
Minimum 3 years experience in which
When I say
industry?
minimum 3 years of work experience, so after completion of this course, you can say like I have 2 years of experience in manual testing and only 1 year with Tosca. That is also fine for them. But you should have minimum 3 years of work
No, if
experience.
I'm having, if I'm having experience in Python or Java or something else like SQL, so is it advisable, or should it be?
It is okay. Like again, that's what I'm saying to you, right? You just whatever I have been through all these days, like I hear people saying me, yeah, I have around 4 years of experience with manual testing, or else some see experience with manual testing is totally we can achieve. It is dead easy to learn manual testing. It's all about definitions and terminology and how do you use Excel. That's all.
So how many people will be in the class?
It again
Morning batch?
depends. We don't know.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, some people what they do is like they opt for the course, but due to the timing problems and all, they refer to the recordings. They will not be able to join the classes and all. So they refer to the recordings on daily basis. So again, it depends on batch to batch again. Yeah, any other questions?
Small doubt. And once we completed the class, will you provide any live sessions like assessment, assignment, or anything to complete the?
See, good question. I ask people to work on, and I usually give some tasks also to work upon, but I never see people progressing. Like for the initial 1-2 tasks, yes, everybody will do good exercises and all. But after 1-2 sessions, like after 1 or 2 assignments, for the third and fourth, I see people, yeah, we will do it. We will do it. We are a bit busy today. All these excuses. So it's all up to you. I can't be back like forcing you people to do all these things. It's all up to you.
Ma'am, you will teach the iframes also, right? Iframes and div and other things also, right?
Sorry, iframes and
iframe, div, and what are the difference and how to take the scan the best way.
Yes.
Okay, ma'am.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
Whether any project will be there total from the requirement up to the final.
No, I did not understand you. I'm sorry.
Means whether you're after completion, whether you're going to take any project totally from the requirement, from the starting requirement up to discussion building.
No, like we will be working on the demo web shop in our daily classes. That is what we usually do, and no other project will be thought after this.
Okay.
See, I'll pick some test cases, okay, whichever I have been teaching, like which covers the particular functionality and all. And again, you guys have an opportunity of site with you. So you can also, for suppose now I taught you how to click on register button. So you guys can go and see like how do we click on login button? How do we click on this? There are different ways you can practice, like you can click on this one and then click on this one. So that means you have completed your community poll validation. So you can create this sort of scenarios on your own and you can do that.
Okay, so Miss, in this whether the requirement traceability matrix, Miss, requirements are covered or not, how we can understand whether that point is there in that module.
Yeah, I will tell you what is basically this requirements and all. How do we cover all those RTM sort of things and all over here and all. So I will cover that topic in the initial 1 week of classes itself.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah. Any other questions?
So, ma'am, you have been working in this Tosca field since how long, ma'am?
I'm working from 2014 onwards.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was in India and
Yeah,
abroad
in
or?
India only. I came here last December only. Okay.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
For further studies or for the job purpose?
I actually moved here to complete my studies. I'm a second year student here.
Okay, okay.
Great. So, personal mail ID for Tosca license, madam. Need to business mail ID.
No need. Any email ID. Your email ID is not
Ma'am, trial version, which version we will get? Is it a 14.0 or OLS?
14.2 you can take. Right now I'm using 14.2.
Okay, ma'am. So we can get it for a trial also, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, madam. Thank you.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
ma'am, it is okay for non-IT experienced people.
Yeah, it is okay.
Okay.
Yeah.